correction, Director.
Yes.
Get one of your parties there to get a copy of that letter. Part of your question has been answered, Senator Chimera.
Yes, yes.
That they indeed received the letter from the fiscal planner saying there is a dispute on the land.
Right.
And you responded. So one of your people there can get in your document where you have that response so that we can refer to the senator to that section. Now, let me also now give you opportunity. There are a couple of questions that have been asked to Nakuru Memorial Hospital. So you can take this opportunity to answer those questions. Then we come back to Governor to answer the remaining before we pick the next questions from the senators.
Yes. Thank you, Chair. One of the reasons why I'm having difficulties getting his letter is because I'm holding on other letters that are explaining the multiple questions that we have been asked. One of them was the question of trust. And we can state clearly from our records, even the company records, we don't have any mention of trust in all our records. It's actually a figment of somebody's imagination, because really having a PMO, who is a provincial medical officer, having a PC, provincial commissioner, does not in any way convert a company into a public company from private. That is just like saying, because I was the chair of the board of management of Bavuni Secondary School, and it's a public school.
You know, we'll make progress if we can clarify some of these issues.
PMO.
As he presents, because you're saying having a PC and
yes,
a provincial medical officer does not make a difference. With the permission of the chair, I wanted you to, you're mentioning something about private. Now, I've seen 2 certificates of lease. One is issued to Nakuru War Memorial Hospital. Okay?
Yes.
Then there is a new one which has come in, Nakuru War Memorial Hospital Limited.
Correct.
Okay?
Yes.
I know you are not a lawyer.
I'm not a lawyer, but I'll explain.
But in your understanding,
yes,
are those 2 different entities?
Pardon me, can you allow me to finish the last?
No, I just wanted to understand
the trust issue,
so that you can enlighten me whether those, you see, one is Nakuru War Memorial Hospital, the other one is Nakuru War Memorial Hospital Limited.
Thank you.
And I've seen the one with limited,
yes,
does not have any public official as a director.
Right.
So, I'm just trying to be brought to speed.
With your permission?
Yeah.
Can I explain? Okay, just before I explain, allow me to say the trust does not make it public. If you form a trust, it doesn't make it government. Okay, now, limited, you are aware. Company limited by guarantee. Yeah, it's limited. You just need to type on Google, company limited by guarantee. You see it fits exactly what is Nakuru Memorial Hospital. No
Final question. So you are the trust
Can
and
you
the
allow
company.
me to finish
just
answering?
a minute. Just you'll answer it together. As you answer, I just want I'm just trying to get. I just want to
You're
understand.
Not giving me permission to answer.
Now, between the hospital, which is the trust, and the.
It is not a trust. It has never been a trust.
Okay, between the hospital and this new entity limited,
yes,
who applied for extension of lease?
It is not a new entity. You see, the certificate of incorporation we came from government, it is in government records. 1923, the Nakuru Memorial Hospital was a company limited by guarantee. It was limited. It's actually written limited. 1923, certificate of incorporation. It's actually indicating clearly it is limited. So there was no change. All what happened is there is a reflection on the title. You also notice that the trust they are talking about is not recorded anywhere. And I would challenge them to produce any document from government showing, even with the word trust written, on any document referring to War Memorial Hospital. It was a company limited by guarantee as opposed to a company limited by shares. We do not own any shares in that company. So company limited by shares is different from company limited by guarantee. That is something that is legal. You can actually check.
I think you're making good progress. So when was it registered? This company?
1923. We have the certificate of
Of
incorporation.
registration.
Yes.
So it was Nakuru War Memorial Limited.
Yes, Nakuru War Memorial Limited. A company with zero shares for directors. Zero shares.
But the certificate of lease is issued to Nakuru
War Memorial
Hospital.
Yes. And I submit that if...
No, I don't need to submit. I just want to understand that there is a title for Nakuru War Memorial Hospital.
Yes.
And then you have a certificate for Nakuru War Memorial Limited.
Yes, the new registration.
Okay, it's okay, no problem.
The new registration, the extension of lease, we actually insisted on it reflecting limited because we were aware there was a lot of pressure to grab the land, okay, from individuals. So we wanted it to reflect clearly what was in the certificate of incorporation in 1923. It was actually limited. So when it is reflected, fine. If there is a misspelling of Senator Madago's name, it doesn't mean he ceases to exist. In any government record, if there is a misspelling, like what they were saying, is written in 2021 and then appearing as directors as at 1923, we are not the ones who made that document. If they make an error, it doesn't mean that the company ceases to exist, okay? And also, the other errors we have
proceed
to remove.
To answer the
other
question. I think that one you have explained. Just move the next question.
The other point is that the PMO and PC were removed by the Constitution of Kenya 2010. There were no more provinces, so there was no provincial commissioner, and there was no way we could have him as a director. Also, you of all people know that if you do not attend so many meetings for 14 years, you are not attending, you cease to be a director. Okay, now, the other point is there was a point about the burning furnace. It's a very simple explanation. What was going on with the burning furnace? Sometime in February last year, I personally called members of the county, senior member of the county government, and told them, because you see they were telling us they are going to close the hospital because we are burning trash in the open. So I personally called, and the person who received was a Mr. Wainaina. And after they got to know, the next thing we got, we are going to close the hospital because you don't have you're burning trash in the open. So then we applied officially, and we can show records that we paid the county government of Nakuru to develop a burning chamber, a separate one, because we had constructed another one in 19...
away from the questions the senators have asked. So I'll ask you to stop there so that we allow Senator Tabitha to ask, I think she has some questions to ask.
Chairman. Mr. Chairman, sir. Before you give a second round, probably give me first round.
Okay, Senator Moon.